Well, g'day tubes! Woo! Welcome to Friday. So anyways, we're heading her down to the garage. Something just ran across the trail and up that tree, and it wasn't a squirrel. I don't know what it was, but anyways. Yeah, we're heading her down to the garage. My concrete guys are coming again today. They've pretty well been here mostly all week except Tuesday. It sure seems anyways. They've got a fairly major big repair. It's gonna suck for them to do. I'll probably get in there and be helping them too, so I don't know how much of a video we'll get up for you today, but we'll see what we can do. I like to do a little more work on that burner project and maybe get that rotor mounted to the smoky stack thing, and still haven't found my regulator. I have no idea where it went, so worst comes to worst I can go pick up another one. It's not a huge major big deal, but I know it was on there somewhere, and I cleaned all that up again there. I must have done something with it and put it somewhere, and now I can't remember. So, but anyways, I got something super huge awesome to show you today as well, and we're not going to do that until near the end of the day. So you're going to have to wait. No fast forwarding. That's cheating. You're not allowed to do that. So anyways, we're going to head her in. They'll be here any time. If not right now. Well, isn't that weird timing? There he is, Johnny. Oh man, he hates cameras, so I better shut her off. Okay, I've just been informed by the cement guys, concrete guy. We've got a lot of work to do today. They did one a while back, and the way I read it and the way he read it was put a new foundation beside the existing one. Apparently it didn't supposed to read like that. It was supposed to be chop the top of the old one off and integrate this new one with the old one to make it this long, but they made the new one the length they seen. So so there's already a foundation back there, and they've got to chop the top off of that, pour a whole new cap on the other one, and then on the other end where it's too far long gone now, they need to chop that down, cut that off, and fill that with soil, topsoil, so it looks normal on the top, but underneath it's gonna be like, yeah, it's huge. So it's just the way their thing, I guess, was worded that I didn't get it that way, so we ended up pouring the actual size they need in a whole new one, and so there's still the old one there too. So anyways, they got to fix that, and there's another one with the same sort of thing that people replaced a stone and need to bust the top off of that one. We dug down her yesterday to see how deep it was, and it was actually really good and really solid, so we're not going to actually pull the whole thing out. It's no point in doing that. So they're got to do the same thing and then chop the top off it down, you know, 6 or 8 inches into the existing, and form it, drill it with some rebars, put some rebars in the old one so it sticks into the new one, so it kind of holds it together, and form it up and pour new cement on top. Way to go, way we go. Can't film any of that for you, I do apologize, but that is the gist of what we got to do today. So that's gonna probably chop most of my day, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know exactly how much I'm going to get done on this project today, but oh crap, exactly. Still baffled on where my regulating dewey is. I know I've put it somewhere, but normally it sat like on my press here or somewhere close, and it doesn't seem to want to be here now. So yeah, not a big deal, but maybe this weekend I'll pop out and probably staring right at the stupid thing too, you know that? This weekend I'll pop out and grab a NAR one, maybe run over to Princess Auto for a half-a-day trip or something. I don't know, but anyways, I'm not gonna fret over it. I didn't really like it a whole bunch anyways. It was worked, it was fine, but I know there's better ones out there with better gauges and more precise controls, and it wasn't a super good one, so yeah. But anyways, drive me nuts. But I just have to go get a new one. I guess that's the only thing I'm gonna be able to do. And then when I get the new one, I'll find the old one. Guaranteed. That's the way it always works. So anyways, we're gonna hit her back. I'm gonna give them a hand for, you know, as much as they want, kind of thing, and then maybe while they're doing some lunch or something, like I don't need to really help them pour cement and stuff, but you know, if they need any help with, you know, jackhammering or drilling or whatever, I can, you know, help them with that. Or I know he's got some rebar, the rebar that he's got in 4-foot lengths that I'll have to probably come up and cut for him with my saw, which I said, yeah, no problem, I can do that for you. So I should probably clear a spot for doing that. We can film that because that's in my garage here, so that'll be alright. But anyways, I'll clear a spot and we'll get ready to cut some rebar. That'll probably be the next segment. Okay, we got some rebar. We got to cut them in 6-inch lengths for them. They're going to drill in the cement 3-inch and a 3-inch sticking out. So get these in here. Only like a 1/2-inch rebar or something. They're not really huge. There we go. Or not. Oh, I forgot to plug in my thing. Hold on a sec. My bad. Okay. That's going to be one project I think I'm going to have to do, is run some electrical boxes along here, and then yeah, anyways, here we go. Got 2 bars here, so we're going to cut this one too. See the little mark? I got them all marked, so that's how I know how they're 6-inch. Roughly. We are all chopped. A little wee 6-inch rebars. Those were 2 4-foot pieces. Now I think what I might do is round the ends off a little bit for them on the grinder too, just so they're easier to sort of pound in. So we shall switch to grinding mode. Okay. 3. Alright. That's good. Shut her down. Alright, I gotta go deliver these now. We will be back a little later on. Alright, just got back from lunch. I've been out with them guys like all morning, so I don't know if I'm gonna have much time for anything else later on, but this package arrived today when I was back there, and I do believe that I know what this is, and apparently, well, I'm really not going to be able to use it right now, so for this project is what I got this for, but anyways, we still got her. It was shipped like the day before yesterday. It was pretty wicked fast, so look at that, a box in a box. Oh, that wasn't going nowhere, let me tell you, that one. Oh, more garbage. Not great. So this is a Dayton blower, whatever that means, it's a company, I guess. Electric motor company. And this would probably work pretty good, but I'm not really got her plumbed up for this now, so oh well. I'm sure I'll be able to use her on something someday, or something. Silica gel. Ooh. Okay. Now let's see if you guys are still in the shot a little bit. Okay. Oh, more tape, more packaging stuff. Okay, so that that is it. And that probably would have worked really well, actually. Looks like a horn almost, right? And interesting, I guess you got to power it through the door here. Can't get these off. Run your power through the door, I guess, for it here. There should be probably a couple of those little clip-in doohies like these guys in here. Yeah, just the two wires coming out. So that would have worked good, but and then you use this apparently for how much air you want to come in. That'll change your volume of it. So I don't even know if I'm gonna even fire it up right now or not. Probably not right now. But anyways, I also got something else pretty cool yesterday at the Home Depot. This is a gas line, apparently. Flexible, like a natural gas line, I think it is. Doesn't actually say anywhere in the bigger print, but it was in the gas line area stuff. So I'm thinking, this would be pretty super handy for plumbing the stuff, because you can flex it, right? Now, how many times it would flex, I don't know, but once you get her into position, that'd probably be pretty good, you know. So, you know, I'd be able to, you know, hook up like a tank above here or something, kind of thing, maybe attach right to the stack, some kind of little tank that would, you know, flow down in, and then put your ball valve and stuff on it, because it actually comes with the fittings here to change it from the gas to like a 1/2 inch pipe fitting. So I'm like, cool. That'd be handy. So yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get too much more of this today. I better head her back maybe and see how they're making out. Alright, well, unfortunately I'm afraid going to have to be mostly about it today. I might plasma cut the rotor today, but that's probably going to be about it, because holy cow, I pretty much killed the day with them. It's already like 10 after 4, if you can believe that. I pretty much got to be out of here and done by 5 to get everything rendered, uploaded, and ready for you guys by, you know, usually 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or sometimes a bit later. But the other night the internet was screwing up again. I don't know what the frig's been going on now, but same deal again. But anyways, I just kind of hook stuff up here, you know, white and black. To this is actually my cord I use for my light temporarily for my sandblaster. So I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna close the little Dewey there. So basically, she won't blow anything. So yeah, it's not sucking or blowing any kind of air there. I need something to show you the flow here. So okay, so there's a little flutter there, as you can kind of see. So we're going to open this door up a bit on the side here. You can see now it's like really blowing lots of air. Actually, we could do it this way too. Okay, so no air. Lots of air. So that actually would probably pump some pretty good air there, but I don't know, I just don't think I'm gonna get her going for this project, because what my idea was to put it in the side of the tank somehow with a pipe to go down, and basically the same as this, right? But change of plans, I guess we'll say, and I'm gonna do her this way, so or hopefully do it this way and see if she's gonna work. I think it should, but I won't know until we try her. But still have no idea where my regulator is. I'm gonna have one more look in one more place here. Might find her. But yeah, anyways, I guess we'll plasma cut this. I gotta find my little drawing pencil here, and I want to keep some of this on here, but something like that, and something like so. This will stay, and all this will be chopped off on the inner ring. So that'll give that a little bit more support, and hopefully it's okay. Because I'm going to need some. You need room for the stuff to come out as much as, you know. It'd be nice to leave it like that, weld that thing undone, but I don't think the flame would come up as well as I'm wanting, so we got to cut all this out of here. And it's going to take a little bit of plasma cutting, but that machine should do her pretty slick. So I'm just going to leave her set up like that, and hopefully it doesn't catch all that on fire, but I guess I better take that towel out maybe. It does, I guess. It does, I guess. But anyways, I'm just going to clean up this blower again, put her back in the box, and set up some plasma, and we'll chop this open. Okay, so just before we start, hang on, I can't see if he's in the shot or not here. Yeah, place down there, should be good. I just want to check my consumables. Looks good. That's, yeah, it's getting a little cruddy. I think we should be alright for this cut though. Swirl ring, a little electrode. Yeah, it's probably due. I don't like to run them too long. This little guy though is, yeah. I think we'll be alright though for now. This guy next. The cement guys are just leaving. You'll hear them go by in a sec here. Nothing. Okay, now I just got to reset the Dewey, turn it off, turn it back on, because it's got a tripper thing there that says, oh, you can't use that because it's whatchamacallit. Okay, so now I also need a pair of my goggles here. Just give me one sec. Okay. Give them a quick clean here too. Okay. Now this thing's leaking a bunch of air in here for some reason. I don't think it's supposed to. There's something I think up with my there's a little O-ring on here. But I don't know, there's holes. There's holes in the plasma gun here too that are, you know, you put this on, it's actually behind that, so maybe it's supposed to leak air like that. Seems kind of strange, but strange. Okay, I got my giggles are on pretty well. I'm gonna just do up my cuffy sleeve things, even though I've got a huge gaping hole in this one from a burn when I was torching something. Make sure all our flammables are away. I am gonna turn the whatchamacallit on. The fan. It stuck all the crap. And away we go. Oh, away we don't go. There we go. That's got the most of her. Alright, let's let the room clear a minute. Holy. Okay, so we can almost kind of see the gap, you know, from the bottom of the dewey to the bottom of the thingy. Air pipe, that should be pretty good. That'll push her down and really far out and then flame up real good probably, I'm sure. Alright, that actually heated up that whole thing. Holy cow. Not so bad there yet, but yeah, that I probably don't need to leave this extra little tab, but I think I might anyways. I don't know. It doesn't super really huge matter, I guess, but actually probably really won't matter. Well, I'm just thinking support for this guy, you know, and stuff in case this gets really hot. It might go, I don't know, it might not. I have no idea how hot this is going to get, but I'm pretty sure that if I get this mixture correctly, these things are going to be glowing pretty red, I think. There's a fly flying around here. Can you hear him? Sounds like a freaking bat. Or a bee. There he is. It is a bee! Holy crap! Freaking bee. Oh yeah, go see that fan, bud. Suck you right out. Chew you up and stuff as you go out the freaking fan. I don't know if I got him or not. It's quiet. It's quiet. Usually they don't land. I don't know. Anyways, he's probably chewed up and dead now. So, okay. Okay, now, what I think I'm going to finish off with today possibly is hooking the pipe and getting the dewey chopped, I think. Which isn't going to be too hard. It's just basically a bit of measuring and stuff and cut her up. So I got to get that in here first though. Okay, that's sort of our basic dewey. Inch and a quarter, but out here is the welds on the bottom here, so it's going to have to probably get a little chopped off of there, and then it'll fit in and I can just back in. So I'm going to cut this out and then we'll just basically take this, flip it upside down, see how well she fits on. So, plasma cutter again. Sweet, love it. Okay, let's just do a rough fit here. Oh, this thing's getting heavier, boys. How you measure that and it's not right. You know, I measured 1.25 inches down. I got like a huge gap down here now, but I can fill that in. That's not a big deal, but I'm like, really? I don't know. Let's this thing's heavy. Yeah, I guess I cut too much. Oh, my bad. That's all right. So that's pretty good for that. I'm gonna have to, of course, clean up all around here real good so it'll weld nice and stuff, but I pretty much got to work on this thing on the floor here now because of the stack so tall. I probably don't need a stack that tall either, but I really want her to up and out and gone, right? So let's just reset up here on the floor. One sec here. Okay, so doing her this way, I haven't really left myself a whole lot of options for lighting. Yes, I got the air going in. Yes, we got a nice stack, which I'd like to weld to that. Yes, I've got some way to inject the oil, which is, you know, the dewey in the side, where we go. But I'm thinking lighten this thing. Now I am going to have it so it'll come apart between the discs, so that might be alright. And could get her started. And then, oh boy. It's going to be tricky because as soon as you throw that, get it lit and flaming, and as soon as you put this on, it's going to want to snuff it out because there's not enough air. I'm going to have the air on and already pouring a bit to it, so when it gets in there, it's, you know, and then be able to lock down the dewies. Now I don't know if I really want to bolt or not, or just use some of them C-clamps. Let me grab a C-clamp here. Something sort of like that, so this will, you know, feed into there, air on that side. And I'm not too sure if I'm super stoked on it yet, but we might have to rig up something for going through this pipe and then maybe into that pipe. So it'll basically drop straight down, so when the air is coming in, it'll hit that and make a big mess and then come out and then go at the bottom. I think that might work pretty good. That's going to be a little more trickery figuring out. Now, well, really it's not that bad. It's just drill a hole here or whatever, put the 1/2-inch pipe down in there and then 90 it out or something, or even up and 45 out. Then it's going to have to come out the side of this pipe, and then we got to figure out our delivery system again. I guess that's the only downfall of that. So, but anyways, I think with the clamps should work good. It's going to probably get hot enough it'll smoke the paint off of them, but I don't think it's going to hurt it any more than that. But let's put the stack on here. Something like that. So that's pretty wobbly, but I guess I could put out some bigger feet too to make her a little more stable-ish. I got lots of material for doing that, so that's cool. That's something we can worry about later, but I really don't know if I need a stack that huge. I mean, that's taller than I am now. Let's have a look-see. Maybe I'm still taller than it, but pretty close. So anyways, yeah. But I'm kind of presuming that, you know, there'll be enough mess going on down here that there's going to be still flames come up out of the top. So that'd be like super awesome. Super awesome. And yeah, so injection system now. You know, I don't know. I should be able to change it after I even weld this stack onto the discs here, because I'll be able to take the disc apart and go from underneath it. Just it might be still easier to line stuff up while it's like that. But I don't know. See, I'm just this would probably work the way I got it here, but I'm just a little leery of having too much of a hole in here and it wanting to flame out this way kind of thing. Where it shouldn't, because it should come in down and then just flare out and then straight up, right? And, you know, be catching flame and fire and then out the top, fire like crazy. So that's the theory. But I definitely need to seal it up around here and stuff and clean that up and weld that together. So, but not today. I think that is going to be her for today, boys. So there's the business end down there. I can't see much, but that is the business end down in there. Holy cow, that's going to be some flamage coming out of there. Be able to roast your weenies from way back here probably if you wanted to. Yeah, so I guess that is about it. Now, I mentioned earlier today something really awesome, huge, exciting that I wanted to show you. And we'll maybe do that now. Okay, so that there is the biggest drill bit that I own. Alright. And it is 1-inch high-speed steel. Works pretty good. I have no way of sharpening though when it gets dull. So anyways, I kind of forgot until I found it when I was downstairs last night. I do have one bigger, but it won't work in this guy. It's actually meant for like a huge mother lathe. So okay, so there's this guy. Ready? Just put that down there. And then there's this guy. That's a frickin' drill bit, let me tell you that one. Holy crap. I don't know what size it is, but that's a 1-inch, so this must be like 2.5. Let's slap a tape on it and see if we can get a measurement. 2.5 inch drill bit, and that goes like in a chuck of some kind. I don't know, it's bigger than I got. That's like, oh, probably 15-20 pounds of steel there. So I can just imagine what you'd be drilling with that. Holy friggin' crap, that's huge. So it's nice because you can actually look at it and see all the cutting edges and stuff. You know, they're pretty beat up and hurting really bad, but and the chisely point thing, but holy man, I couldn't imagine what you're trying to drill with something that big. 2.5 inch. So let's get the other feller here again. So 1 inch. I thought that was a huge drill bit, but no, not apparently. So 2.5 inch. That's insane. So what I wanted to do was, I won't use it for anything, but I wanted to sandblast it up and paint her up and make her look like again. So kind of goes with my extremely huge ring dewy thing here. I got. We were in Nova Scotia there at Halls Harbor. Found that washed up. That washed up on the shore. It's like this thing weighs like pretty darn near the same as, actually it's heavier. Yeah, it is. It's about 6, 8, 10 pounds heavier. You know, one of those things you tie stuff to, I guess, you know, and put that great big bolt thing through it. So holy friggin' crap. So found that up there, brought her home. Oh. And she's hung up there ever since. So holy crap, I'm losing everything. But yeah, I wouldn't kind of mind cleaning that up, but likely won't be today. We'll do that another day. But this thing I got at some sale, I think. It was in a big box of stuff. I'm like, oh, I just want that box with this thing. But I kind of totally forgot all about it, so all about it. But anyways, yeah, that's huge, eh? I mean, like I say, I couldn't imagine the size of the machine. Holy crap, and what the heck are they drilling with something like that? And honestly, there's probably bigger ones than this yet, so I mean, that's just insane. I couldn't imagine the size of the shavings and chips this thing would be tearing out when, you know, it was tearing. But she's definitely needing some attention with sharpening, if you were going to use it. They'd actually probably throw this one out. I don't know, I guess maybe they'd keep sharpening it. But you'd really have to know what you're doing to sharpen that guy. Holy crap. Big feller. But yeah, we'll give him a sandblast. See if I can find any numbers on it. I don't see nothing anywhere. You think there'd be something stamped in or somewhere, but I didn't see nothing. So 2.5 inch, big mother, sandblast her up, paint her some, like, you know, barbecue paint or something, so it's kind of nice looking. And yeah, nice little conversation piece. Alright, another thing I wanted to do before I left today was drain out my air compressor. Now way the heck under here, somewhere, it's a hose, or a piece of wood, and a little valve. There it is. And that'll drain out all the water that's in the bottom of the tank. That, and I'll give this a little shot here too. There. Whoa, gotta get out of here now. Stinks. Make sure everything's good here, good here. Let me the frick out of here. Holy crap. Gotta turn all this crap off yet. Oh no. Oh, dying. Okay, I'm good, I think. That's friggin' nasty. Looks like I'm in focus. Oh, it's not like a bad smell, but it's just like, I guess you're not used to it. But it's like a super metally smell. So, it's just like, ugh. Got right in my nose there, and it's just like, ugh. I'm like barfing my face off. It's horrible, horrible. What has been going on today with airplanes? I guess it's a nice day, or was a nice day. There's one just gone up over there, somewhere. There's been airplanes like enough out here today that I'm worried about them crashing together. I don't know what's going on, but it's just like these little personal sized airplanes. I don't know. And it's not like, you know, the police looking for somebody. It's like all different kinds of planes and helicopters, and the air ambulance went over today, the helicopter. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's taking me for a ride, so I'm a little bit upset. But anyways, I guess that's about it for today. I just gotta go check the mailbox. And oh man, that's still in my horrible. So we'll check the mailbox and see if there's anything cool. Kind of sucks I can't use that blower fan for what I was wanting now, but whatever. I'm sure we'll come up with some project of some sort that we can use it for something. Freaking crap mail again. Holy jumping. We got a new mail person delivering here now. The older lady, the old mail person that did it for us. She's not old, like, you know, antique old. She did it for a long time, so she's the older mail lady. We got the new mail lady, right? So it's not exactly the right word, but she lost her route here. She got moved to another one because she didn't have seniority. And now we're getting all this crap and junk, and I had the other lady pretty much trained. I don't want any of this garbage. Keep the garbage in your truck. I don't want her. So, oh man, I am filling the recycle bin all the time with crud. It's like, I don't need all this crap. But anyways, what a waste of money that is. Sending all this stuff out, and I just throw it out. I don't even look at it. You know, if it doesn't look like mail for me or for the cemetery, get rid of her freaking crap. You know, like flyers and booklets and little advertisements. So I pave your driveway and stuff. It's like, buzz off, Shirley. Holy crap. See, there's another one. Barking. They've been going all day here. I don't know what's been going on. They're spying on us, I think. Maybe spying on us, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so Farm Sim Saturday is up and ready to go, I think. Yes, it is. For tomorrow. Nothing super extravagant, but using the John Deere baler, I absolutely love that thing. It's so freaking awesome. It works so well. The John Deere baler works awesome. One thing I really love about it is, you know, all the balers that come in the game, if you've only got a little bit left and you put it in, it's stuck in there until you start baling next time. But this one, if you only get a little bit, you can manually wrap it and then fire it out the back. She's emptied. So, you know, if I was doing hay, or yeah, hay, and oh crap, I don't got enough for a full bale. Well, now I can't use it for doing my straw, which is kind of stupid. So with the John Deere one though, like I'm talking the ones that were in game. With the John Deere one, oh, I don't have enough to finish a whole bale. Okay, wrap it, fire it at the back. I'm like, that is so awesome. Makes so much difference. And the other ones you can't. So anyways, even I think the square baler is kind of crappy. It doesn't do it the way it should. So hopefully that's addressed in the new game. And we're of course playing the Old Family Farm still. I'm gonna probably keep playing that until the new game comes out. The end of this month, so not too much longer, a couple more weeks. So a couple more weeks of the Farm Sim Saturday on the Farm Sim 2013, and that'll be it for that. So it's almost like, you know, losing a member of the family. sort of thing. But yeah, we'll fire it up again with the new version when she's out and ready to rock. Hopefully everything's good to go. It's not like you release something and then there's like bugs all in it and everything's all screwed up and then you gotta wait for the patches and the fixes and, you know, the updates and stuff. Hopefully it's all good. I would have liked to have been included into a game tester, but I was never asked, so I guess, you know, I didn't ask myself, so they're not gonna, you know, probably bother asking me. So, but anyways, whatever. I'm sure they got a lot of their own on-staff paid game testers to say, oh, you need to change the baler speed a little bit, or it's too much, too fast, or whatever, you know. I don't know how it works, but yeah, I don't know. I'll play it when it comes out. That's all we can do. And rock on. So I'm getting pretty pumped with that to come out. That should be awesome. And yeah, so Monday's a holiday here. Thanksgiving, Monday. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing too much of a video for you on that day, because we'll be away filling our face with turkey, which is really not a good idea for me, because it, like, I don't know. Turkey and I don't mix. There is that whatever in turkey that makes you sleepy. Well, it makes me like dozy and like feel like I'm drunk and not passing out pretty much, but just like I don't feel like I'm there, if you know what I mean, like I'm not consciously there. And yeah, it's not too good. So I love turkey, but it's effects after that. I don't know, there's some chemical in it that screws with your face, messes with your brain and stuff. So I'm not too good on that, so I try to avoid turkey. Chicken's fine, chicken's good, I love chicken, but turkey, no, can't do it. I used to be fine, and then I think as I'm getting older now, it's getting worse. So yeah, it's not too good. But anyways, we'll try to avoid the turkey as much as we can. But if you like turkey and you're having turkey this weekend, enjoy your turkey. So should be a lot of turkeys getting fried up this weekend, I guess. Poor turkey's been growing all year just to cook them all in one day. The ways they work, I guess. So but anyways, yeah, I think that's about it. I got the pool inside this morning. It's just in a heap downstairs right now until it kind of dries up a bit and I can, you know, get it folded up or whatever. But I think that's about it. Should maybe talk a bit on what we did today there. It was a frickin' mess. Frickin' mess. Oh, everything come out fine. Those guys are just absolutely amazing with what they do, but oh, it's just to do it, we had to do. It's just like, oh, really? You got to move the whole entire thing over like 20 inches or so, and then chop that end off and bury that. So there's still cement there, but there's, you know, like a 8 or 10 inches of dirt on top now. And then the new one starts, and then bust the whole top off, the new one and the old one that was there. Put a new form in, drill the holes for those rebars we cut this morning for them, hammer those in, and then mix up the cement, throw that on, and then smooth it all out like it never happened, like it was never anything any different, you know. It'll look absolutely perfectly perfect after it's all said and done. Oh, I got dust in my nose too. But just the messing around with it, you know, like they had to saw cut like every 4 or 5 inches, saw with a quick cut saw, with a diamond blade at least, and they had water running on it to keep some of the dust down. So saw, and while he was doing that, the other guy was trying to bust up the other side with the hammer, but they had an issue with that, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. Running it off a generator. It's one of the great big upright Bosch electric jackhammers, like the big ones. They had way too thin of a cord. They had like a light duty extension cord that was like 100 feet long. I said to him, that's not going to work too well. Oh, really? I'm like, no, I can tell you right now it's not going to work too well. The hammer itself has like a hose, or a hose, an extension cord like the thickness of pretty much a garden hose, which is like a 12 gauge wire maybe. This was like a 16 gauge wire maybe. I don't think it would have been 14. It's a lot lighter than the 14, so probably a 16 gauge wire, small, real thin. And yep, sure enough, she wasn't hammering too well, you know, like it wasn't able to pull enough amps through the cord, and that length of cord too especially, to run the motor efficiently the way it should, to hammer the way it should. So like a pad, I don't know, it was like the size of probably 36 inch by maybe 18 or 20 inch wide. Took them like an hour and a half to bust the top off, 5-6 inches deep. So if that was running the way it should, and now maybe the hammer had something with it too, I don't know, it's not a brand new hammer. So if that was running the way it should, he probably should have had that busted off in maybe 20 minutes tops. But after he got all that done, I felt the hammer, it was like barely warm. I'm like, okay, if you were pulling the amps you should have been for running that thing would have been pretty hot and barely, almost not able to touch it kind of thing, because those things really do heat up. I know they suck a huge amount of amperage to run them. So I'm talking about one of the big uprights that weighs like 80 pounds that you not an air upright, it was electric. So running it off their generator too, which is, yeah, probably was enough generator for it. But extension cord, that is the key right there. You gotta have a big enough electric hose to bring that amperage in. I'm really surprised it wasn't tripping breakers or even burning up their cord. It never did that. So but definitely should have been hitting a lot harder. It wasn't running the way it should have, and you could hear it too when it was free running, like, you know, before you jab it in, and it would you know, and then it was really sucking hard to try to keep up to itself. It just didn't have enough amperage. So I said to him, why don't we pull this generator, like they got the generator in their back of their truck, in like a lockable, what do you call that, lockable job box kind of thing. It's a metal box, right? So I'm like, why don't we pull the generator out and put it right beside here, and you'd be like, plug your thing right into it. He's like, oh, no, that's too much work. I'm like, okay, well, you would have been done by now too. But anyways, that's not my problem. If I had a good cord, I would have brought it to him, but I don't have a good thick, heavy duty, like 10 gauge, 12 gauge extension cord wire. So I do, but it wouldn't have been long enough anyway. So it was only like 25 feet, and they were, easily 50 feet from their truck generator to where they were hammering. So, but anyways, everything's done, all good. Saw cutting it was a lot of work though. Holy crap! Oh, that's a lot of work and mess. Dust, and then you add the water to it, which is nice to keep the dust down. But then you get all this like cement slurry stuff all over the place, and that makes a huge mess. So they cleaned it right up. Brought some new topsoil in, cleaned it all up, smoothed it all out. Looks good. So, but yes, we just read the order wrong, I guess, on that. I can't remember now exactly what it said, but it basically didn't say the new foundation is to incorporate. She never said that, so that's where it got kind of mixed up. So that's the way she works. But anyways, pretty much spent most of all day with them guys, you know, and they had plans on doing basically that same whole operation again on another stone, that another monument base back there that needed done too, but they didn't even nowhere near get to that today. They got this one smashed up, poured out, cleaned up, and holy cow, just as I started back in the garage there, that's, you know, you heard them drive by. So that was a long day. So unfortunately I didn't really get any of my stuff going. I could have, but I kind of like to be there to help them and stuff, you know. I'd appreciate the same, right? So you know, I didn't really have super much else to do, so, and then no burials or no funerals, which is super nice. So I was able to, you know, hang around and help them and stuff. So yeah, but I guess that's it. Enough babbling. Holy cow, babbly, and you guys are probably asleep now. Wake up! Wake up. No, just kidding. So anyways, yeah, enjoy Farm Sim Saturday tomorrow. She'll be up 8 a.m. like always. Usually I go click that on and go and open the gate at that time in the morning. So and I do have another Call of Duty for Sunday. Probably just throw that at any time. I don't know exactly when, but Monday, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, you know, we're probably not gonna be here most of the day. We got some places to go, so I might yeah, I don't know yet until we get there, but probably, you know, Tuesday till I get a video up for you again for whatever. But I'll do some more brainstorming on that oil burning project. Holy crap, wow. And then wow, then I want to do a bit more brainstorming on the oil delivery. That might work, but I'm not super crazy on how that is going to work, but I think it should work. But I wouldn't mind incorporating it all into that one tube that's going on the inside there. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll maybe try it like this way I've got it set up for now, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll have to change it. That's easier said than done probably, but we'll have to change her. So I think that's it. Nothing else to say other than have a good weekend. If you're having a turkey, enjoy your turkey. I know the American folks there have a different time. I think it's a little bit later on than our turkey time. So if I don't mention your turkey time, have a good turkey time when you have your turkey time. So everybody have a good turkey time when you have your turkey time. How about that? That's a good one. So yeah, but anyways, hope you enjoyed her today. Sorry it wasn't really a lot of anything, but just the way she worked, you know. The cement guys have been in a lot this year. I guess I've been doing a lot of burials, new stuff, you know. And people are buying stones and monuments, so I guess that's good, you know. Until the economy flops and nobody's got money to buy monuments and stuff, we'll be just keeping right at her. So, and that has happened before. There's been some years when Those guys were sweeping a lot of floors because there's no monuments to do, we'll say, you know. And other years it's like, holy crap, we're already past what we did the years before, and it's only July, you know. That's what happened, I think, this year. They're way ahead. I think he says they're about 85 to 90-ish stones ahead of what they did last year. And this is still only October, November, December, a couple more months that stuff could get ordered. That's pretty good, you know. And their total, I don't know. Altogether, I don't know what the whole entire number total is, but it's decent. It's pretty good. So, but anyways, I'm gonna head her out. You guys have a good night. Enjoy your turkey. Enjoy Farm Sim Saturday. And crap, there was something else. I don't remember. We'll think about her and then maybe mention it next week. But yeah, have a good night. Thanks for watching. I gotta get up, go inside, and we'll talk to you next week.